Welcome back to the pack, guys, and welcome to, what is this now? Is that the center of my camera? No, that's slightly off from where my camera is, using this as a guide. Slightly to the left. Okay, cool. Welcome back to the pack, guys, and welcome to week 75, day 1 of Arena and the Arena Chronicles. So we do got tacked filled up. I'm gonna hold off. They said we're getting, I think, Murdoch tickets from the campaign pretty soon. So, gonna do that. Might get Murdoch. Then I don't spend any more tact on Murdoch, and I switch back to, I guess, trying to get more copies of Mal Luminary, or I could switch back to trying, I guess, Jamiris, maybe. Sup, Seb? Thanks for tuning in. So we're just talking about what I might spend my tact on here. I guess, yeah. I might wait off until the next TAC tickets. We get a little bit more Murdoch from the campaign, the social media campaign. I think there was, and I don't care about Duran, so it doesn't matter. Even if I have his tickets, it won't make a difference. So I'm just not going to spend my tact points yet until I spend those tickets first and see what happens, just in case. It's probably statistically it's not going to make a big deal, but do this enough times and eventually, maybe, in a year you might, in my case, in a year you might get the Banner S unit. This game's ridiculous. This game can be ridiculous sometimes. But yeah, so we got what? It's a whoosh boost. Is it also a breath and whoosh? So even if you're not using whoosh units, the breath units will do very, very well this week. Whoosh is an uncommon type, so keep that in mind. You could use Corvus pretty well. He hits already pretty hard. Corvus, Rapthorn has a whoosh, but it doesn't have a lot of range like a Zam does. Not a lot of high-ranged whoosh units. You could use Forest Dragon. He doesn't have as much range as Dread Dragon. They gave him one less movement. I call it movement. They call it move, but like a move could be like an ability in English. Like, what move are you going to use? What ability are you? It's so confusing. CGM is going to be everywhere. Yes, 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 yes. Because he will boost those units. So definitely going to be everywhere. It's way more consistent than using whoosh units. It has more range. There's a lot of consistency. Plus, there's a lot of units that counter whoosh units, and you're going to want to use those units. Psaro counters whoosh units. He obviously resists whoosh. There's a few, like you mentioned, CGM himself counters a lot of the whoosh units. So, just keep all that in mind. Let's get a quick damage calc on some of our abilities here. We're going to switch in you. We're going to actually get rid of you and bring you in. I think I'll get rid of these guys. I don't think I need them. Do I want a gauge on my whoosh damage? I could bring Nocturnus. I'm not a big fan of Nocturnus, but you could bring him. You could bring Jade. She has terrible range, but you could bring Jade. Her range with her whoosh is exactly the same as OKM, and I don't use OKM. You're glad you got Jamiris? Yeah, I wish I lucked out on him. Maybe one of these days, huh? We'll see. You could bring, again, this guy is already better than Jade because, they both lack range, but at least I could hit critical art if I don't have my turn 1. So he's already better than Jade, who's an S unit. So keep that in mind. Yeah, but there's not a lot of whoosh options here. We'll be honest. Let me sort by whoosh just in case I missed something. I don't think I did. Yeah, I did mention Corvus. He would have been perfect for me had I, Oh no, he's overweight. Guess you could use Rough. He's a terrible unit, though. Hussar can even be better than Nock. Yeah, exactly. He could in some certain cases. But Nock has more range. So I do prefer Nock because he has just the slightest bit more range. he has a plus shape instead of just the short T. So it's one more tile. And that could be surprisingly good. So yeah, I'm going to ignore these units. Those are all whoosh units. We're going to ignore them. And we're going to bring Hussar because he makes more sense. Nock doesn't have critical art, which is a big deal. That is. It is. I prefer range consistency over damage consistency, personally. So that's just me. Anyway, let's go over here to check these units out. You technically, if you had this guy worked up, you could use Griffin. Squall Orb, that's not a bad move. If you guys have your Griffin maxed, that's not a bad move to use this week. With all the boosts, you would actually hit decently hard. If you have CGM too. You would hit pretty hard. Realistically. Magic Marionette, not bad. Not good. Let's just, realistically, we're going to be bringing CC more than anything else here. Yeah, you tried to, staying back and Voltron. That's why you love Hussar, but that's just your playstyle. Yeah, pretty reasonable. You could bring the Saber Cub. Give him a bunch of agility. I wouldn't. It's a joke. Don't bring Saber Cub. Guy will never be fast enough, no matter what you do. Let me see. He does. You have to consider it's a single target whoosh ability. It is B rank, but it's single target, so it hits a lot harder. Whoosh is being boosted. Breath is being boosted. You have CGM. That's a lot of damage coming in. Maybe he's hitting like 500 brilliant. That's not bad. Maybe more. And he has decent range because he's a 4-move unit, I think. So that's pretty good. Most people don't have him ready though, so that's actually pretty fast. He just has no HP, so he would die instantly. And if I gave him the other jacket instead of this one, which has attack, he'd be even faster. So I could get him up to like 440s. 440s, maybe. Oh no. I could get him 6 higher there. So we're talking, yeah, 440s, definitely 440s. 442, 443, depending on if it rounds up. It's okay. Nothing amazing. I wouldn't bring him. But just funny stuff there to mention. Like I said, this is probably the strongest B unit to use this week. Squall Orb is what is boosted, so if you have him at +5, he is, again, he's 4 movement, single target, decent HP. Agility doesn't really matter, right? I mean, I have him with this. I guess that's why he's decent HP. It's okay. It's all right. He's gonna hit pretty hard this week, right? He's gonna hit like what a decent S rank ability would hit with neutral on a normal week. So that's pretty good. All right, mine isn't ready. Probably won't use him much. So I mean, I could bring him just to see what the damage is like. Mine is 4 wake, and he's only S6 instead of B6 instead of B8. So let me throw something on him. Just, he could be, higher HP, higher agility. Depends, right? If you have him ready, if you have him maxed. I don't. So things to consider. And he's only at +6 for his ability. But we'll +5. But we'll get, this will give us a nice, decent measure here. All right, you could go agility or something. We'll give you agility here. That's good. Flail is nice. Gets him to have some sort of damage. B5, Wake 3 for you, but you're lacking gold anyway. Yeah, don't boost him for this week if you don't already have him. A lot of you whales or other completionists, there's a lot of completionists, might have him ready. I would say go for it. Episode 1 is going to kind of replace Arena Watch podcast until, uh, basically, until they bring back the notices, or, we're caught up with JP, therefore we already know what's coming. But yeah, this week, day 1, since I'm only up against bots anyway, yeah, rank up Peeper. That's fine if you like Peeper. I feel like he'll get a decent bloom, in my opinion. Not saying much else about Peeper, if you know what I mean, Seb. Um, he has a decent wisdom, so he might get bloomed in the future. So, who knows? He might have like a Kasiz or something, just like Draki. But right now, Peeper doesn't really have any uses, does he? But, whatever. To each their own. He's a cute unit, and I find it funny. I know some people might think it's a weird unit. It has a just giant eye with like these chicken-like legs. I think it's cute. Anyway, let's see. Things you're making me say, Seb. This is all your fault. I just want you to know it's all your fault, Seb. Okay. Let's give you can't get agility, can you? I'll have to give you this. It's the best agility I have. Not worth it. I like the HP. Maybe. We'll stick with that for now. I mean, it doesn't really matter at the end of the day. All right, let's head in. We should be okay. Let's see the map. We might be able to bait. We might not be able to bait. These breath units that I have are kind of mid-tier agility to being slow. So it's kind of iffy whether or not I could build them this way, whether or not I could use them against opponents that might just wreck me. Okay, this is close. They're really close. Like I don't think I would be able to hide my entire team very well, right? Like if some guy was right here, right here, right here, they would reach me. This is scary. So yeah, I would not have slow units like I have. Probably not a good idea. Okay, so we obviously have a bit strange units here. Whoosh is not going to work very well against the current enemies we're up against. So, yeah, this is going to be an interesting one. Yeah, that was terrifying. You remember the Sorrow? No matter where I put my Dolmagus, he was dead. No matter where I put him, he would have been dead. Or something like that. Yeah, that was painful. That was not fair. It wasn't fair. 1360 neutral. He does have lower defense because he's not a very crazily powerful unit or whatever. Oh, you're weak to Frizz. I can't leave, what's his face alive here. He might crit. So we're going to attack this guy. We could add 50% in our heads for damage if we want to pretend what the damage is going to be like here. So pretty tough. Pretty good. That's over 1,100. So we're hitting over 1,500 with Brilliant. 1,600, Brilliant. So, oops. Okay, now I'm out of range for that guy. All right, let's go for this guy, though. See how we hit. Comparable numbers. actually comparable numbers to what the Dread Dragon just hit on neutral. A little stronger, but I have a claw and Dread Dragon has an axe. So that's the difference. So his is actually rolled a little stronger. I should probably S8 Dole. I just won't bring him to these kind of maps. I just won't bring him to this kind of map. It's okay. All right, let's see this damage. 1371. Is that times... How many hits did that do? I don't know. 5? Yeah, 5. Alright, so we got Squall Orb. We can't really even do it to check the damage. That's sad. That is sad. He juked us out here. Yeah, he really hits hard, you said? Right, we'll check the damage in just a second here. We'll see if he has heavy res or if he has half. Nothing. The swoosh hits even harder this week, so there's that to consider. Okay, so we have the leadership. No brilliant. Not a lot of rank up. 256 for a very weak ability. I mean, we're talking... This guy's pretty weak. This is very weak. It could be a lot stronger. Brilliant, like I said, that's gonna hit like 5, maybe 600 brilliant. It's a good unit to use this week. It's not bad. It's not bad. It's not... He's a B rank. He's 25 weight. He's 25 weight. I have it at +5. He's only level 90. He's not even max awakened. There's a lot of damage to get back there. I don't have him built for breath. I just gave him HP. Look at his HP. He could have more HP too. Think about it. Like, that's pretty good this week. That's actually pretty good this week. Yep. Yeah, Jamirus is gonna make anything that this guy does just hilarious. Just bring Damselfly instead. Well, if you're gonna rush, this is a rush map. Like, you're supposed to run down the enemy on this map. Don't choose fast opponents. You're gonna rush them and kill them anyway. You're not going for CC. But if you want CC, you could do that too. That's another possibility here. If you see the opportunity for the CC, it's just there isn't a lot of confusion or paralyze kind of opponents with breath and you know, so you're not gonna... You might see some people bring some units that could get confused, but not all of them. So just things to be mindful of. I'm just pointing them out, you know. But yeah, he could hit really hard. Mm. Yeah, they could. It would work. It's not bad. And the sorrows are going to be very scary on this map, so. Definitely could be an avoid unit. Sorrow, I mean. So, things to consider, for sure. Oh, nice. Okay, yeah, you have everything there for yourself. I'm actually not going to hit that. I'm going to hit this because I just want to see some of the damages on my other abilities, not that. Again, we've seen this hit, so yeah, we already know how hard that hits. We're also aware of this, but let's see this anyway. Ooh, almost 2,000 damage. That is beautiful. Okay, so we're not going to kill the last one for fun. We're going to see how hard this hits. $492, still pretty good. Squall Orb, like I said, hitting pretty decent. Could hit better. Could really genuinely hit better. You just, again, if you had the resources. Or if you already had it, you know? That guy has more defense than a normal unit. That's kind of going to be what the damage is going to look like without the turn 1 tension. That's going to be pretty representative of most other opponents you face. It's going to hit like 1,000. Brilliant. That's not bad. My team's definitely slower. I am scared of this map. I do hope I don't take any fast teams. If I see any fast teams, guys, I lose points. I just don't see it any other way. So yeah, I mean, I can't think of any other whoosh units. Do I have, am I missing a bunch of whoosh units? I don't think so. Yeah, a fast team is gonna be tough in general. But yeah, fast breath team, I'm done. I'd be dead. Unless if I brought, you know, heavy whoosh res and have some whoosh res, some breath res. No breath res, sorry, just yeah. Can't bring this guy if you want the whoosh res. Can't bring him. Or him. So only 2 of my units, and they have half res. They don't even have heavy. So that's kind of sad. I'd have to get the 4 awake for the heavy on forest. So, little sad is what it is, though, at the end of the day. 2,000, okay. I mean, okay. Yeah, that guy pretty much soloed everything there. Impure is pretty good this week. Even with just a 25% boost, it's pretty good. Yeah, this week is giving me PTSD. I don't like maps like this. I know people that do like maps like this. Be careful out there, guys. It's not safe. You might get in over your head. It's not gonna be safe. Even better this week, yeah. Let's see where we're at. Still 99, 999. Are we getting the update tonight or tomorrow night? I can't remember. Tomorrow night, right? When do we get the update? Tomorrow. Okay, I'll have enough for 25 hours. I will have enough for my tickets just from farming and stuff. So no harm in grabbing some of this gold now just to see my beautiful numbers climb again to their former glory over here. Um, yes, yes, look at that. It's looking a lot better. Last few days of farming here, last day of farming, should I say. My banged homes look okay. That will get me through 1 unit-ish, maybe less if I'm unlucky. Um, it could get me through a few units if I am lucky. Oh yeah, I went hard on the typeless A. I'm all for Zoma. I'm all for... Heck, Erdrick has a typeless. Yeah, they are used a lot, and I made a mistake. I was farming I was farming the cover tank for a little bit. That was part of it. Wasn't a lot, but I farmed the cover tank for a little bit because I didn't realize that there was a week after. Like we had a whole week after this event. We still have a whole week of farming that we could do after the campaign is gone. I didn't realize that. So I did a little bit of the farming then. Everyone's not maxed yet, but let me see how far I got them. They are Centaur. This is about when we got that, right? I do have them now at, yeah, 4 wake for him. He's still pretty low. He's close to 5, actually. That was a mistake. That's, I wish I could get that stam back. No, he's not close to 5. But yeah, so, not crazy, but I'm not too happy that that happened. I eventually stopped even doing this. I'll go back to it when the campaign's gone, but I stopped doing this because it was only giving me like what 2.1 a week. I have enough kind of stockpiled there that I just held off on. I'll start doing it again after tomorrow is done. So that's gonna be in a bit, right? That's gonna be in a bit. So I definitely recommend people not doing that. But yeah, that's what we have. That's what the shop looks like. We did go all in on number 3, as I mentioned yesterday. No reason. Just went in on 3. You could go in on whatever number you like. I would go all the same. Go all in. You have a 1 in 7 chance. That's not bad. It's not bad at all. So, better to try than not to try, I would say. And we're going to get more of some of the other collab stuff. I never got any of the S units from those collabs, from the die collab. So, yeah, I have all 8 of my orbs just sitting tight. Haven't been touched. Didn't you get Baza? Oh, yeah, I used 2 on him. So I could have had 10 orbs. You're right. He was an S unit from the die collab. Yes, that is true. Who else? It was from the die. Anyone else from the die? No one else, right? From Farmables, from die? See, I still have some of this farming to do, I believe. Yeah, this unit's getting close to being done here. Then I could work on his MP stuff. Breath cost. Elemental type cost, it's about the same. You did all 7? Sup, Hutch? Ghost Hutch. Saying hi to each other. It's nice. Don't judge me. Alright. Let's see Bianca. She's almost there. Uh, not much left on her, per se. We can go for the Zam. Whoosh physical, kind of uncommon whoosh spell. These whoosh and Zam are not common types, so not bad weaknesses to have. That might start being more common to breath, so we'll go for breath. Could dump everything else into paralysis. Paralysis res is nice. I'm not thinking anyone's physical locking me anytime soon, but it's an option. Confuse res. All those will be nice. I'll max that, all of it, pretty much. You could actually rank up her wisdom is valuable on her for her passive. I believe the wisdom cap for more heal is 450. Isn't it 450? Something like that. So, yeah, you could probably give her the wisdom. This would be like the first unit that I actually give wisdom to. I usually skip that. I mean, I would usually skip that. Reasonably so, right? She's 257, so nowhere close to the cap. How's it going down under? Uh, my down under's doing pretty well, thank you. I've never been better. Like I've never had any issues with it yet, so I'm pretty happy with it. Anyway, let's see. We got the charm res. Give him that. Breath res. I'm sure there's going to be breath lock one day. If not already, there might be one unit that I think we saw in the enemy side that had it. I can't remember. Or I might have missed something else. So I'll get that one last, but I'll get it still, just so I don't forget. Everything else here looks good. I'm not going to go into his physical abilities. I wouldn't want him attacking Dole, last hitting Dole. Let's say Dole's HP got lowered. I wouldn't want him running in and attacking Dole on auto, let's say. Maybe Dole is going to be used less in the future. I don't know. We'll see if he gets a bloom. But I'm just going to leave that not done, his physical side for now, so I could work on other units. What else was here? I know I was working on some other S unit, wasn't I? I was working on you. Okay. Yeah, I was working on you. These don't matter. This is retarded. Don't do this. Physical brilliant. Literally no point. I totally forgot. But yeah, put your points into this if you want. This guy ain't last hitting Dolmagus anyway, so you could boost his rolling something. Helichopper. Yeah. And let's see about this guy. I don't think anything special is going on here, I'll be honest. That is not a thing. And that really is not a thing either. There's an A rank with a bang marshal. You know, whatever. Not a big deal. We could do, you know, stuff like this. Get a few points in. We're already below the stun thing. Yeah, we're good. But that's what I've been working on, pretty much. Oh, I think I was working on Ghost too. And he's coming in along pretty slow, I want to say. I did him a long time ago, and then I stopped. Now I'm kind of working back at it. I'll just leave it. He's not getting used anytime soon. I'm too lazy to put anything in. Anyways, I think that covers most of this week. Be careful. That's the number one rule. You could lose your points, and there might be nothing you could do about it. Anyways, guys, this has been the pack, and if you want to join the pack with the pack, go ahead and subscribe down below. If you like this video, well then like this video. If you have something to say, write it down in the comments down below. If you want to support the Arena Chronicles, make sure to share. If you want to see more Arena Chronicles, hit that bell icon for notifications, guys, and smash like. This ain't. Make sure you hit that blah 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 blah. Hit that bell icon for notifications, guys. This ain't Twitch. Join Kage's gaming Discord server for all the best underground DQT conversations, and join my server for all the best DQT guides. Anyways, guys, this has been the pack signing out. Peace. AW is better than BDS.